now have BJP leaders saying it isn't just Sonia Gandhi, it's also Rahul Gandhi who's going to end up next in Rajya Sabha. Take a look and I'll come right back at you.
कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष सोनिया गांधी को इस बार राज्यसभा जाना पड़ रहा है।
जाना ही पड़ेगा। अभी तो सोनिया गांधी जी गई है, कुछ दिन के बाद राहुल गांधी को भी जाना पड़ेगा।
Okay, Tehseen, there's also a very interesting tweet by the Assam Chief Minister today. Take a close look at this picture. Literally, this is a 2018 picture, and I would say other than Sachin Pilot and maybe Madhu Yaski, every single leader in this picture, or 80% of this picture, 80% of this picture, because I just spotted the Pinder Huda who hasn't shifted, has moved. And today, when we talk about Sonia Gandhi entering Rajya Sabha, so has RPN Singh from the BJP, so has Milind Deora, as it were, from the Eknath Shinde group of the Shiv Sena. So this is actually what the Congress is going through. Now to talk about Priyanka Gandhi. All three of our other panelists say it isn't going to be easy for Priyanka to step into her mother's shoes. She's never actually run for office before, and the beginning cannot be Rae Bareli where there's a saffron wave. Do you agree?
Thank you, Barkha. I do agree that it won't be easy for Priyanka ji to step into Mrs. Gandhi's shoes. Of course, it won't be easy. Secondly, in my opinion, not as somebody who's related, but somebody as a political analyst, I think Priyanka ji was misused or wasted in Uttar Pradesh, where the party did not have an organization. If Priyanka ji has to fight, in my opinion, it should be from some other states rather than Uttar Pradesh. That's my personal opinion. I don't think that your best orators, Priyanka ji and Sachin Pilot are the two best orators today in the Congress, in bilingual, English and Hindi. Manish Tiwari, of course, in Parliament, but publicly it's Sachin and Priyanka Gandhi. I don't think your best orators should fight battles which are tough. I genuinely don't feel so. Even Prime Minister Modi in his first election chose 2 seats, Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh. He didn't go only to Uttar Pradesh. So that's all right. Maybe 2 seats is fine, but I do believe that there should be in war. It should be precise attacks. It can't just be bravado for the sake of bravado, according to me. There must be strategy behind an attack. So strategy is something that the Congress party is at this moment struggling with. Some of the advisors, and I come back to the advisors, I don't really understand the strategy. I find it appalling. I find it hard to understand. I find it very difficult to understand the strategies. And there is a white paper now coming up I've seen it, against the only person who's helped the Congress win in Karnataka and Telangana. There's a problem out there, and the same left loonies are doing it. So there is some strategy issues in the Congress. I also want to add a point. I never said Mrs. Gandhi.
But who do you blame for this? I've always argued this with you. You keep blaming the advisors, the left loonies, as you call them, as if the Gandhis are some passive sort of force and not making choices of their own. Somebody has put these advisors in roles, right?
Yeah, and they should now check on these advisors, because if you're going to attack those who've helped you win elections, there'll be a problem there. The same people, even if you leave Mrs. Gandhi out of the list, the others who've gone, and Nasir Hussain, of course, had to go because he's working with Khargeji and he's contributed. He's all right. Some of these people who are in the list, I'm not taking all the names. Some of them, Chandrakant was, of course, defeated by a Congress MLC. Chandrakant Handori ji was the first candidate of the Congress. He was defeated by the second candidate of the Congress, who I may think there is talks of him going. I don't know if he's going or not, but there are talks of him going. So the official first Congress candidate was defeated. So he's been accommodated. He's a decent guy. But if you see some of the other people in that list, at Rajya Sabha, you wonder, and because I speak on TV, I wonder why somebody like Pawan not there. He comes day in and day out, fights. He's articulate. He's good. He speaks English, Hindi. He's good. He's passionate. He comes with research. Many times I call him up and ask him for points, as I call up Rashid ji. So sometimes you wonder, are it the same old tired people? So I agree with you. Sometimes the buck stops at you. Of course it does stop at you. But these things have to be discussed and debated even more in the Congress. As I'm right now in Karnataka, there's a little bit, I've got a few MLAs who are very upset with some of the names there. It's terrible. It shouldn't happen that way.
Okay.
And that's young people.
So you're basically saying that you don't agree with the Congress decision making, but as always, you insulate the Gandhis from that blame, Tehseen. Like, you can't keep saying.
No, I actually did like. No, I'm not. Today I'm not.
Yeah.
Today I'm not. Today I'm going to say I was personally hurt when Milind went. I was personally hurt. I don't think Ashok Chavan should have left. And this fake business of getting upset because Ashok Chavan's name came because of 2 flats. The people who blamed Ashok Chavan for 2 flats have taken him. The BJP ran a campaign ABC, A for Ashok Chavan of Adarsh, B for Baramati Kaji Pawar, C for Chhagan Bhujbal of the irrigation of the Maharashtra Southern scam. ABC are today in BJP. What was our point? Our when I because I support him of removing Ashok Chavan, who removes a Maharashtra chief minister for two flats, and
Yeah.
losing somebody like Ashok Chavan. Barkha, you have no idea, anybody except perhaps Varun, the impact it's going to have on the Congress. You
I'll
think
take
Ashok
that.
Chavan's going alone? You really think Ashok Chavan's going alone? You may play it up, and the social media of the Congress may play it up. Not even a corporator from Nanded is gone. I know they're playing it up and they're trolling him. Believe you me, he's not going alone. I know Ashok Chavan. Ashok Chavan was the chief minister who kept Ajit Pawar in check. He kept
Mhm.
home ministry with him. Ashok Chavan was that chief minister. Vilas Rauji was very nice. He would take him. Ashok Chavan was an alpha. It was, and you removed him for two flats. I think it's terrible.
Okay, that's a number of critical observations by Tehseen Rashid about a party he supports. He reminded me that Pawan Khera last year actually said, again, there was that similar discussion, कि will he be in Rajya Sabha or not, and he said, शायद मेरी तपस्या में कुछ कमी रह गई, right? Now you have heard what Tehseen just said about the Rajya Sabha choices that have been made by the Congress party, the advisors that he blames, the churn within the Congress. The fact is that, as Aarti said, the Congress probably needs Sonia Gandhi today much more than it's ever needed Sonia Gandhi before, right? Rahul Gandhi does not have a consensus building approach. We don't know enough about Priyanka Gandhi. It's remained a behind the veil role. Go ahead and remark on some of the points that Tehseen has raised, Rashid.
Yeah, so I think Barkha Congress is facing, real crisis. They don't have a ideology that is strong enough to counter the BJP. They don't have vote bank. They don't have a strategy to retain their own people. Look at Ashok Chavan. Ashok Chavan's complaint for last 2 years had been that there was a BJP kind of leader, BJP MP, who was heading the Maharashtra Congress unit. Now imagine somebody who's opposing, Nana Patel on grounds of his previous affiliation with the BJP. In protest, he joins the BJP. So this is a kind of level of ideology that exists in Maharashtra Congress. Mr. Tehseen Punewala can defend Ashok Chavan, but he doesn't have any. I mean, he has a right to choose. He has a right to learn and live. That is fine. But the kind of thing that he's giving, explanation is giving, there are no takers. I think Gandhi's note is a very simple in Congress. Everybody is fighting a grim battle of survival. कि आज का दिन बीत जाए कल देखेंगे. So that is a strategy that is there, and I don't actually find fault with them. That is their survival instinct. That is there. Now what do they do? Because all these problems are there in the Congress, there are only two type of people: those who work and others who let them. So Pawan Khera and Prithviraj Chauhan, Sachin Pilot, there's so many you can go on. They'll continue to work. They'll be with the party, and there'll be others who will be getting offices, perks, etc. And positions. So this is something is there in every organization, and it's there in the Congress also. The Congress faces very bleak future, and there is no strategy. So therefore, it is just at this point of time, they are just guided by this thing, survival, and how to just see 24. At least Gandhis are not, thrown out of Congress. In any other political party in any other part of the world, maybe there would have been a revolt. The problem, Barkha, is that, and Tehseen may not admit it, Congress does not know what to do with Rahul Gandhi because of his temperament, bent of mind. He may be a very fine thinker, but he is a bit of a misfit in that they do not know what to do with Priyanka Gandhi.
I want to pick up this last point because I think it's at the heart of the conversation. In any other party in other parts of the world, the Gandhis may have been thrown out. The Congress does not know what to do with Rahul Gandhi. Sonia Gandhi is a different, different entity. We all agree on that. Tehseen, before Aarti and Varun come in with last comments, you had an interjection, Tehseen?
Yeah, I just wanted to say to Rashidji, I'm not defending Ashok Chavan, but I do feel bad when good people leave, whether it's Ashok Chavan or it's Milind Deora or it's some of these good people. And I'm very old-fashioned, Rashidji. I do believe that we must look within why good people are leaving, why people who work are not being rewarded. I think you should. Introspection is always good. Yeah, if you think you're surviving one day, well, that's not how the BJP functioned. When they came down to 2 seats, they thought of something for the next 50 years, 75 years. Even in Prime Minister Modi's speeches, he talks about a 1,000-year plan. Now, that may or may not be true. I am saying that we must think, we must have the ability to think larger. Simply survival against a Modi Shah duo is not acceptable because they will crush you. We are not going to survive to fight another day because they set the agenda. You have to take the fight to them. And every time Rahul Gandhi has taken the fight to them, Karnataka, Gujarat, I'm talking about 2017, 18, they've been uncomfortable. By not doing something is worse. That was Nasimha Rao's idea. Not doing something is doing something. You have to fight now. And that is a problem. I'm just asking you, Rashid ji, and I ask this a bit humility. 146 or 149 opposition MPs are thrown out. What should have happened if it were 149 BJP MPs or 146 BJP MPs thrown out of parliament? What did Congress do? That is what I'm saying. You should hit the street. That is the point. Politically, you have to be on the street. You're not doing it. That is a problem.
Okay, Rashid, quickly, and also I just wanted to I wanted to make a correction. We briefly attributed 1 minute because Tehseen will call me later. We briefly attributed the comment on in any other party Gandhis would have been thrown out to Tehseen. It was said by Rashid.
That's not me. I will get a notice for being a non-existing member.
I made that mistake, so I'm correcting it. I just thought before you call me later. Rashid, go ahead. Yes.
So, Barkha, that's a real problem. The Congress and opposition lacks aggression. In one of your programs, we had discussed this. When Rahul Gandhi was disqualified and it was a very kind of flimsy ground, the party did not protest. If they had resigned, what did they gain in last 6-8 months in parliament? Why they could not resign? And put up pressure, brought it in public domain, hit the street. There is no street fight in the Congress. Today also the BJP, when it's a ruling party, it is able to make its point. Farmers are able to make their point. It is only the Congress and the combined opposition which is so helpless and sense of despondency sets in. They could not have. I'm seeing first election. Barkha, you have seen a lot of election. Aarti has seen a lot of election where there is no prime ministerial candidate in sight. Formal, informal or so. So what is this kind of strategy?
Yeah.
So I mean, this is very bizarre. That is what I'm saying. So I mean, you see, just one last sentence. Barkha, we saw. I mean, I was in school and college in 1984. In 1984 also, till the results came out, you see, it was not that opposition was not down and out. They were very much in contest. That famous, Chandrasekhar's Yatra and all had to do with 1984. It's only when 84 results came out that people realized, oh, Chandrasekhar himself lost his election.
Here's the point, Varun. Before I give Aarti the last word, one on Ashok Chavan's exit. Rashid and Tehseen has a slightly different perspective. But two, I think Rashid is very perceptive in saying, and Tehseen also, they agree on this. And Aarti, where is the opposition on the street? Today, Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra is not seen as a focused, targeted opposition to the government. It's seen as more of a feel good, create conviviality, create good photo ops. I'm not underestimating the importance of what that did for his brand the first time around. I think the second time around, it's been mistimed. But all opposition to this government comes from people's-led movements, whatever you may think of the farmers' protests, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, whatever. The fact is the government will engage with them. They will pay more attention to what they are saying and not to the political opposition. That's the truth. Varun, go ahead.
Before I make any comment, पता नहीं मुझे दिल से बहुत बुरा लग रहा है. अगर मैं तहसीन के नजदीक होता तो I would have just went and hugged him. I feel he's very sad. And secondly, I would have asked Rashid ji what had he had in the breakfast or lunch कि आज इतनी सच्चाई, कड़वी सच्चाई भी बोल रहे हैं. So I'm very happy to be with both of you. Secondly, what Tehseen said about Ashok Chauhan, I would just say a simple thing. Yeah, the Congress, actually, I don't know why I was at the Vidhan Sabha that day when they fired or asked Ashok Chauhan to quit, and then Prithviraj Chauhan was brought in, which turned out to be a disaster for Congress in Maharashtra. And no, Rashid ji, एक छोटा सा correction है. Ashok Chauhan didn't blame Nana Patole for being a BJP man. He blamed Nana Patole for not working and not listening to people in the party. So that is one small difference that I can tell you about Ashok Chauhan. And yes, there is no opposition over here. No one in the opposition wants to remain in opposition. Remember, there is a simple thing. No politician wants to be without power for long. And most of the leaders in the Congress, most of the leaders in the NCP, most of the leaders in the Janata Dal, United over there, or any other place you see wherever they are quitting and joining the Bharatiya Janata Party or its ally, they want to be as winners, as politicians who have the power to work, and that is the only thing. And again, I think the Gandhis would, show a larger heart, and they would make other people contest on the seats in Uttar Pradesh, which has been their bastion. I come from a place in Sultanpur where Sanjay Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, or sorry, Rajiv Gandhi, and now Amethi is another constituency over there. But that has been the place where आज भी जाओ तो लोग वहाँ पे इंदिरा अम्मा को याद करते हैं. Tehseen was talking about Sonia Gandhi as Amma in Telangana. वहाँ पे माई करके बोलते हैं, and still people talk about Indira Gandhi. So people are leaving Congress not because the voters are only abandoning them, because most of the leaders also do not have any vision, and they because their prime leader doesn't have a vision. आपके जब मुखिया के पास कोई विजन नहीं है तो आपके छोटे लीडर्स हैं उनके पास कुछ नहीं रहता ले जाने के लिए.
Okay, so to giving your hugs to Tehseen and your appreciation for Rashid's energy, but the last word to Aarti. Sorry, Rashid, you wanted to come in briefly? Rashid? Tehseen. Oh, sorry. Tehseen. Okay, Tehseen. Go ahead, Tehseen. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing about Ashok Chavan ji, and I had spoken to him. This was when Nana Patoli ji had resigned as Speaker of Maharashtra Assembly. I think Barun will know this very well. And Congress failed to get another speaker on board. The speaker was decided. It was an MLA from Pune. He was decided everything. A special 3-day session of the Maharashtra Assembly was called, and Ajit Pawar scuttled it. I'm saying this on record. Ajit Pawar scuttled it. And our CLP did nothing. Oh, Ajit Pawar scuttled it, and they allowed it. And Ashok Chavan was livid at that point. It wasn't Nana Patoli's fault, to be fair. But he resigned as speaker. He became president. We didn't have another speaker. So when this whole government fell, BJP, first thing they did was change their NCP deputy speaker. By the way, went to Ajit Pawar also. And then Rahul became the speaker. Imagine if there was a Congress speaker then. It would be difficult for this split to have happened. So these are things that practical leaders who are chief ministers, who are mass leaders want. In no organization should a chief minister go. If a chief minister is going, a 2-time chief minister, I think we should worry. As much as it sounds like I'm defending him, I'm not defending Ashok Chavan. I'm saying we should introspect. Barkha, I'll ask you, if someone from your team goes, won't you at least introspect why they went? It's okay. They may go for whatever reasons. Won't you introspect? That is something we should do. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying it in a way out of concern. We should. It's a good thing to introspect. It's not a bad thing.
I think Rashid, sorry, Aarti. Rashid, briefly, we really need to give Aarti the last word.
I'm just signaling to my friend Tehseen that the 15 former chief ministers have left Congress since 2014.
15?
So 15, 1-5.
Yeah, I know.
What? Can you count some of them? Can you, Rashid?
No, you go on. I think it will take a lot of time, but there are so many of them. I mean, he would know who all are there.
Yeah, Himanta, Ashok Chavan are people that...
Himanta wasn't chief minister.
Oh, he meant those people who were chief ministers when the Congress...
Who were being chief minister and left. Yeah.
I see.
Azad.
Azad.
Azad, yes.
Okay. All right. We can do this exercise after the show, but that's quite a figure there. Aarti, closing word, right? The Congress is, I think, every congressman or woman is in it for short-term survival. That part, I think we all agree with. But what about the Gandhis? They seem immune from this need to survive.
Yeah. And Barkha, that is precisely the point I wanted to make, where, I actually disagree with what Rashid said. There doesn't seem to be that survival instinct in Rahul Gandhi. I want to go back to 1999, when the Congress came down to below 120 seats under Sonia Gandhi's leadership. And actually, there was within the Congress a lot of murmurs went on. Rashid would remember a lot of murmurs about whether she was capable of leading the Congress, whether she was capable of being Congress president. Does she have any political instinct? Her dependence on, this coterie of advisors around her, and so on and so forth. And then, I mean, I think her survival instinct was very strong. That's when she decided, she turned to Surjit of the CPM, Harkishan Singh Surjit. They mapped out a strategy, and, she did that famous walk to Ramvilas Paswan's house on the eve of elections, sewed up that alliance, and they actually pipped the BJP to the post, although Atal Bihari Vajpayee was this major figure, on the horizon.
Yeah.
But Rahul Gandhi seems to lack that completely. I mean, does he not realize, forget the Congress party's survival, his own survival is in danger? And instead of doing what Sonia did on the eve of the 2004 elections, which is concentrate on building alliances, building bridges, getting partners on board, working out some kind of a strategy, planning joint campaigns, and so on. He's out traipsing somewhere in, the fields and villages of eastern India, and he's inaccessible.
Yeah.
I mean, does he not even, the elections are barely weeks away. The dates are going to be announced maybe in 2-3 weeks. Campaigning, BJP is already in full campaign mode. Their potential candidates are already on the campaign trail. They've got the Ram Mandir as their main, spearhead for the elections. And of course, they've got Modi. And where is Rahul Gandhi? Is this the time to do the Bharat Jodo Yatra, for God's sake? I
Yeah.
mean, really, honestly, does he have a survival instinct even? Or does he feel that he's born with this golden spoon, this, sense of entitlement, that he is protected by that golden spoon and nothing will happen to him?
I think